Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is a free-to-play game, yet most players competing at the highest level spend hundreds of dollars to play. The goal of this series is to get King of Games without spending a dime on the game. Welcome to Duel Links from Scratch. What's up guys, Zaid here. Welcome back to episode 3 of Duel Links from Scratch. Last episode we made more improvements on the deck, got all the way up from bronze to silver ranking. And this episode, we plan on kind of doing the same thing. Gonna buy more packs, trying to get our second channeler for sure, and then hopefully our third channeler, third perfumer if we get lucky on the packs. And then we're gonna see if we can conquer silver, honestly. That would mean we'd be getting into gold 1 by the end of the episode, hopefully. And so to start, let's open some packs. I'm gonna start off only doing a 1 pack at a time, just because we're only opening until we get this channeler, and then we're done. Guys, I'm going to say this now, and you are all witnesses to it. If we don't get this fucking channeler before the last pack, Konami rigged this game, I swear to God. It happens too often where the card you want is the literal last card in the set. Oh! Game's not rigged. Konami, sorry, I said Lord Konami's name in vain, but we secured our channeler. Let's go. And that's clearly the last holo in the pack though, so time to reset this box. I'm really hoping that we can get the channeler and the perfumer like ASAP, because I don't really need any copies of the rest of the cards. Like, it would be nice to have a third Cyber Slash. I think I already have 2 Dracosac. I'm not going to play it. I think I have 2 of Blade Armor. I'm not going to play it anytime soon. I have 2 Emerald. I don't think you'll ever need more than 2 Emerald, because the first can put the second back, and if you even ever make a second in your life. And like, the third Harpies could be cool, but I'm not even playing one of the card now. So like, all I really need is Perfumer and Chandler, and if we can get those 2 pretty early and have a bunch of other gems to spend on other stuff, I have a lot of cool ideas for where I want to spend these gems. I've been looking into things, and I'm hoping we have enough that I can experiment today. At least with like 1 or 2 cool purchases. So we'll see how this goes. So that's cool to get. So now if we get the channeler and the perfumer, we're good. We can like for sure reset. But I would have rather just gotten one of those. Third lightning vortex if we ever need it, I guess. My eyes kind of lit up for that, and it was nothing. Third Cyber Slash. I'm getting all the cards that I like don't really need 3 of, but it would be cool to have 3 of, and I don't really want that. I just want the cards that I actually need 3 of, please. Thank you. Third channeler. Now we just need the perfumer. I think here I should technically open them 1 pack at a time, since I'm only digging for 1 card now, but that is going to take like way too long. So I'm going to do it a good old 10. When we get down to like 40 packs, if we still don't have it, I might 1 pack at a time in. Is this it? Alright, we have 3 Blade Armor Ninja for the day we make a warrior deck. I just want to buy like stuff that isn't from this set. Please, please, please. Come on, get out of here, Fog King. You gotta be Fog King kidding me. Can this be it? Dude, why? Why the fuck am I gonna get every super except the goddamn super I need every box? You're cunts, Konami. Oh my god. I hate it here. I hate it here. What? Who needs 3 of this card? Oh my god. If you're an FA player, sorry, you need it, but I don't. I don't. Dude. I'm going to pull an Emerald this pack, too. I'm going to pull an Emerald or the rank 5. And I'm just not going to get the card I need. Thank you! Thank you! So these last 3 packs, I could have had the 150 gems if I would have bought singles, but it don't matter. I got the fucking cards I need. Let's go. Yes. So we're done buying packs from this box for the rest of eternity. And now I get to like actually put good cards in my deck. Here's the deck from last time. And there's definitely some big changes we get to make. I think first and foremost, we're going to cut the Dinotherium. So we're going to put in our 3 of this. Not this. Maybe we'll play that card. I don't know. We're going to put in our 3rd Perfumer. We're going to put in... I want to test this card out. Also, I don't remember if it was in episode 1 or 2, but I was trying to explain this card and why it was good. I got this from the card trader. But I'm also about to unlock one from Mai. And the reasoning behind this card being good, I forget the name of it, but there is a insect rank 7 that the Onomatopoeia deck plays. It just got limited to 2 on the ban list. But this card plays around it because what that card says is, I believe it's quick effect, detach, destroy the monster your opponent controls with the highest defense, destroy all of them if it's a tie. And so in an instance where, say, I go summon Perfumer, grab Egotist, activate Egotist, summon out Cyber Harpy Lady, both monsters have 13 defense. So if they were to activate that card, they're going to blow up both of my monsters. But if my Egotist were to have summoned Harpy Lady 1, it has 14 defense. So it will die. But I'll still get to keep my Perfumer, which means if I have access to either the Hysteric Signs or the second copy of Egotist, I can then just summon out another Harpy Lady 1 or a Cyber Harpy Lady and continue to extend. So for now, we're going to play 1 and 1, but I think I will make this 2 of once I finish getting the tickets from the, what's it called? Not the tickets. Once I finish getting Mai at a level 35, which you need to unlock it. So I'm going to stick to this ratio of them for now. We're for sure playing 3 of each of these because they're 1-card synchros. This is a 1-card synchro, and you also get to draw 2. This is just a 1-card synchro. But both are very good ways to start off your turn. And then I'm actually going to save real quick and go to my tickets because I think I have a ticket that can get me a second Oracle. There it is. Harpy Oracle. Come on. There we go. Confirm. And I believe I haven't seen any lists that play more than 2 of this card, so I don't know if I'll ever personally make a list that plays more than 2. So this should be good for us for a very long time in case I one day ever want to make it again. Or not make it again, but make a list that plays 3. But until that time comes, we're lit right now. So I'm going to throw the second copy in here too. And then this is where I now got to start thinking about cards to cut because I need to not be playing too far over 20 because you really want to open the Channeler and the Perfumer, I think. So I think I'm going to now cut Hysteric Party now that we've got all the good cards that are going to allow us to actually play the game. And is there anything else I want to play? Turn these filters off. One thing I was considering is Enemy Controller. So I'm going to throw the 1 in for now. I'm going to save actually and go over. I think that pack opening should have got this bingo mission complete for me. So that's another Enemy Controller this should unlock on top of some gems or something. Ooh, we got a random ass card. What else? 50 gems. 100 gems. That was nice. Receive Mokuba. Did I unlock the second? Dang, I thought I got a second emergency controller from that. Or enemy controller, but I don't think I did. Let me check. Back to the deck. Yeah, I could have swore that would unlock us the second one of this card, but it didn't. So now I got to look at how to obtain it. Get it from ranked, get it from Karibo. Oh, well, there's other ways to get it, though, which means I can eventually get the card. But I kind of want to try playing one of it. And then, because now I have a... This card's not like a phenomenal trap, quote-unquote trap. It just like books a guide to defense. But it can help me get over stuff. I can use it to take control of something to go for game. Or just like take one of their guys that is causing me trouble. I could use it to like dodge a Fiendish Chain. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a try. And then we have the Windstorm of Ategua and the 2 Regeki breaks. So we got 4 decent going second cards. And then now for when we go first, like we have so much higher of a chance of actually like playing the game that I should zoom through these next duels. My extra deck, I could finally take this random Draco Sack out because we've got the third one of this. But now I actually have another space unlocked, so I think the random Draco Sack is going to go back in. I also, there could be a world where I econ a tuner and make something. So would there be a synchro that would be worth putting in, just in case? I'll put in Gigantic Castle in case I ever take someone's tuner. There's like a 99.9% chance that that just never comes up in my lifetime. But we don't have anything in that slot right now, so I'm going to get it. So now we got the deck done, the pack opening done. I don't think there's much else to do before I hop into duels. I'm going to look at these tickets, though. Maybe there's something cool here. Sick. This ticket actually has an enemy controller, which I was just talking about wanting. So I think I'm going to secure myself that. There's also other cool cards in here to consider, like the Cursed Seal, which I believe I talked about last episode, is a pretty cool card. During the pack opening, I was saying how there was some cool stuff that I was looking into that I was thinking about. And I think I want to voice some of those ideas to you guys so I can get your opinions on it. And also, just so after I put it out there, like if it was a dumb idea, y'all can let me know it's dumb. And also, I'll probably start thinking about it more after having put it out there. So, I was looking at the structure decks because, as you've noticed, when you try to buy packs, it seems like, at least to me, that the cards you want almost always somehow end up at the bottom of the box. And so, I've been looking at these structure decks, trying to see if there's anything worthwhile in them. Because I can only, as a free-to-play player, purchase a structure deck one time. Because if you look, you can purchase it once using gems, and then every following time only can be purchased with real money. And so that kind of puts a weird restriction to free-to-play where if you're not spending money, you can never purchase 3 of a structure deck. So there's not really an instance where a structure deck's going to come out and you're going to be able to pick up the entirety of it and just make it like a good deck out of there. So, while this is a really good budget option for deck building for players, it's not if you're completely not having a budget. Like, if you're completely free to play, structure decks are kind of trash. But if you're a budget player, they're kind of lit because they can give you a lot of decent decks. Like, I remember when, I think it was the Warrior one. This one, Swordbound Silence. I believe when this came out, you could buy 3 of this and have a very playable, not a tier 1 deck, but a lower tiered version of a tier 1 deck just by purchasing that. And as you've been seeing just by me clicking through these, there are a lot of cool cards that are in here. And none of the ones I've clicked on yet are the ones that I was really looking into, though. Where it starts to get interesting to me, I believe the first one, this one might have something. This had a couple cards that were interesting to me. One of which is Double Cyclone, which allows you to target a spell and trap you control and a spell and trap your opponent controls and destroy them both. Which, this card is pretty decent because, like, I could pop my Harpy Field spell, pop a back row, which oftentimes probably won't happen because your Harpy Field spell pops back row. But more importantly, I can, like, activate Hysteric Sign on my turn, get the search for Egotist, and then set Double Cyclone. And then on their turn, I can Double Cyclone whatever back row they play, and then pop my Hysteric Sign and get the end phase search for 3 on the end phase. And so that could be a neat card to have in the collection. And then also Wild Tornado is pretty cool. This card is select a face-up card in the spell or trap zone and destroy it, which that effect isn't that crazy. It could come up against certain decks. Like, you just pop one of their cards and continue to play the game. But the cool effect is the controller of... Oh, wait, that part actually kind of sucks. The controller of the destroyed card can set a spell or trap from their hand. Probably doesn't come up too often, but if you destroy one of their cards, they get to set another. But then if this set card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, select and destroy one face-up card on the field. And so what this does for the deck is I can pop this with my hunting ground, because hunting ground is mandatory. So a lot of the times I've been having to pop my own field spell if they don't have a back row. But if I have Wild Tornado, I can set it, summon my field spell, pop it, and then I pop one of their cards. And also, I've ran into a couple people already, and I'm only in bronze, that are playing Mystical Space Typhoon. So if you just like summon the Synchro, set this, pass, and they MST this, you're going to get a pop of one of their cards, and they're not expecting that. They're not going to see it coming. And so both of these are pretty interesting cards that for 1,000 gems I can guarantee. And then from here it only gets better. This Neos Fusion structure deck. I can only purchase one. If I could purchase two, it would be crazy because Neos Fusion is in it. And with this card, if you don't know what this card does, you probably should if you play this game a lot, but when this card was relevant, I wasn't playing it. So there might be a lot of you like me that don't really know what it does. But you fusion summon a fusion monster from your extra deck that lists exactly 2 monsters as material, including an elemental hero Neos, by sending them from your hand, deck, or field to the graveyard, ignoring its summoning conditions. For the rest of the turn, after this resolves, you cannot special summon monsters. If a fusion monster you control that lists Neos as a material will be destroyed by battle or card effect, or shuffled into the extra deck by its own effect, banish this card from the graveyard instead. And so, you might be thinking, how the hell does a Neos card have any synergy with Harpies? But the card you summon, Elemental Hero Brave Neos, his materials are a Neos and then a 4 or lower effect monster. You might again be thinking, so what? You could send a Harpy. Why is that good? What this lets you do that I think is really interesting is you could send Neos and then send Harpy Harpist, which has the end phase effect to search a Harpy with 15 or less attack. So not only is this giving you a pretty big monster that can't be destroyed by battle or card effect because you're going to be able to banish the fusion and protect it, but it's also going to turn your Harpy engine on if you haven't had access to it already. And sadly, I can't get 2 of the fusion. If I could get 2, it would be like amazing, because Brave Neos then is also a floater because it can destroy a monster by battle, and then when it destroys that monster by battle, it searches an additional copy of the fusion because it searches a card that lists Elemental Hero Neos. I don't know if there are any cards that list Neos that also could be worth playing. I have no idea on that regard. But that could be worth looking into if I opted to try this engine out. And so that is the big thing that I think would be cool from this deck. And that's not it in regards to the Neos Fusion though. If you come up to Masters of Chaos here, even though I can't acquire 2 of the fusion, I can buy this structure deck one time also, which has this card, which conveniently is also a 2 of, or limited to 2, just like Neos Fusion. So I could play one of each of them in my deck just fine. This card, if it's normal or special, you discard a card, add Polymerization or a fusion normal spell card from your deck to your hand. And then you also can reveal a fusion monster in your extra deck, special one monster whose fusion material name is on the monster you revealed. And so what this card lets you do is summon, discard, and then search that fusion we were just talking about. But it also gives you an 1800 body. So that in and of itself can go for lethal. That's 4200, I believe, 18 and 26. So this is an engine that I could try teching into my Harpy deck, and it could just like roll people in the beginning, like in the early stages of rated. And it also gives me like all the other cards that come in each individual structure deck, which aren't insane cards by any means, but a lot of them could help me with advancing in my my mission stages. For example, they're going to give me fusion access. I'm going to get more copies of Polymerization, and in this one in particular, I'm getting rituals. Every now and then you have a task to ritual summon X amount of times, and I only have 2 rituals that I have the spells for, so I kind of have to like duel against a level 10 in the duel gate and just hope I draw the cards, and it takes kind of forever. So something like this could speed that process up so that I spend less time grinding for gems and more time grinding in ranked, while also giving me upgrades to my deck and just like cool cards that might come up in the future. Like, who knows, maybe I'll need Spellbook of Power one day. You never know. And also, this card is actually kind of cool, especially in low rated. Power of the Guardians. If an attack is declared involving the equipped monster, place a spell counter on it, and then the monster gains 500 for each spell counter, And then if the monster would be destroyed by battle or the card effect, remove a counter instead. So this could I could put this on my Harpy, the synchro, and its effect activates to put the spell counters every time. So whether I put this on the synchro or on any other monster I control, or maybe there's a scenario I put it on one they control, but every turn that this activates, I get the opportunity to activate my Cyber Harpy Lady, or Cyber/Harpy Lady, to get to bounce a card. And it also gives me battle and effect protection, which could come up. So this is a lot of cool stuff to get just for the cost of, I think it was 1,000 gems. And there's also this Red Eyes structure deck. Was this one? This had a Red Eyes Fusion, which is also a crazy card because it can summon this Red Eyes Slash Dragon. And if I were to get this in tandem with those cards I was already talking about, I would have to add an additional brick to the deck, Red Eyes Black Dragon. But my warrior monster would just be the Neos that I'd already be playing. Or maybe that dragon guy was a warrior. Let's double check that. Because if he's a warrior too, I think he's a spellcaster though. This card? No, he's a dragon. My bad. But this, not nearly as good as those other cards I've talked about. The structure deck would not be nearly ranked up with the ones that I mentioned before. But it's still a neat thing to consider. Then, what other ones were there? This one's a little stinky. This one is pretty cool. Dragoonity Overdrive. Most of these Dragoonity cards, irrelevant to me. Parallel Twister is cool for the same reason Double Cyclone was. This lets you target a card on the field and destroy it though, not just a back row, but it's not a quick play. So again, I can either send my field spell, and this time the field spell being able to be sent actually matters more, because I can send the field spell, pop a monster. So if there's an instance where they don't have back row, my field spell is going to end up having to pop itself anyways. I'll just off that bitch, pop one of their monsters that's giving me trouble, and then continue to play the game. But then I could also send my dead Hysteric Signs, or I can set the Hysteric Sign, activate this, send Hysteric Sign, get rid of one of their cards, end phase search 3. So this card is a way to break boards that could also advance my game state. And then we have Bad Aim, which is a card I believe used to be played a lot. I don't know if it sees much play right now, but it's a lot better than a lot of the traps I have, aside from Regeki Break. It allows you to, when your opponent's card or effect is activated, target a card on the field other than that card and destroy it. This card is weird because it doesn't let you destroy the card that you're maybe trying to destroy. But in this deck in particular, it seems really cool because say they commit a monster, you don't do anything, they commit a second monster, you activate Bad Aim when that monster activates its effect. They're like, all right, you're not killing my important monster. You might be popping their other monster, but in response, you're going to activate your Harpy Synchro, which is going to let you bounce the monster you might have wanted to interact with. So this card seems really cool in that regard. And it also, for 1,000 coins, I'd be getting 2 and then a third possible card I could play in my deck. Ultimate Providence. This card's a counter trap where you just discard a card, negate that type. So if they use a spell, I can discard the Hysteric Sign, negate their spell, destroy it, end phase sign effect. Or I could discard Harpy Harpist, negate a monster, end phase search. So since I have all of the Harpy cards that float into more cards like this, I could play a route in my deck where I'd play maybe over 20 because I'd be playing more Harpy Harpist and stuff I don't want to draw as much. But then I could play cards like Ultimate Providence, which, speaking of, I think it might have been this deck. This one. This Blue Eyes structure deck has 2 additional copies of Ultimate Providence. So that's, again, something I could get. But now that I'm saying this out loud, I think that there's an easier way to get Ultimate Providence. I wish that it had the how to obtain right here. I feel like that I could probably get this with tickets or something. I don't know for sure, but if I can't, this would be a cool way to spend 2,000 gems, get a place out of that card, and also other cards that could be useful for me. This has a Stardust Dragon if I ever make a Synchro deck, but that's not really beneficial to us right now. Nothing here. And so then the last structure deck that actually could matter to me is this Gaga one. And every card in here I think sucks for me. Maybe Bacon Saver, but I don't see a world where I get this to the graveyard. I do play discard traps, so I could discard this, pop a card, and then have a attack negation. But most importantly in this structure deck would be the Gaga Cowboy. This Draco Sack just has like an eternal spot in our extra deck right now. And this card would give me something to put in its place. It's probably not often that the 800 is going to go for game. But there are a lot of times where like I struggle to beat something with 3000 attack. And Gaga Cowboy at worst can clash with that. And then, oh, whoa. I did not realize that this card got nerfed for this game. It only does 400 points of damage instead of 800 like it does in regular Yu-Gi-Oh! So yeah, there's probably no world where I'm winning a game off Gaga Cowboy for 400. But it could be used to climb 3k beaters. It could be used in the mirror match. In mirror matches so far, I've had to crash my my synchro into their synchro as my only real way to out the synchro. But with this, I could just make it kill their synchro and then still have a problem card on board that they're going to have to commit an attack to. And then it also will come up, again, like I said for the rituals earlier. A lot of the times there's like dual challenges that are just kind of hard to do. But if I have access to a cowboy, the dual challenge to do burn damage becomes a lot easier because I have an extra deck way to do 400 twice. So that'll do 800 points. A lot of the time that's like deal 5,000 points of burn damage in dual world duels. And now I will have that locked and loaded in the extra deck. I don't have to play and just hope to draw into the shitty burn cards that I have randomly in my collection. So like, yeah, there's a lot of these structure decks are really cool. I haven't delved too much into the boxes yet on what I could buy. So if you have recommendations on what boxes I should check out, the only real one I've looked at is this one so far that has access to Black Ship of Corn and Diamond Dire Wolf in the extra deck. Diamond Dire is crazy because in the main game, this card was mainly used to destroy itself, to destroy a card your opponent controls. But in this game, in my deck, my whole deck is Wing Beast. So I'll be able to destroy a Wing Beast I control, pop a card they control. And so that's just like, it's a little bit better than it normally would be in this deck. And so it gives me spot removal for cards I can't deal with. Same with Black Ship, gives me spot removal for things that have like battle protection. And then that's about it that would be cool in this. And like I said, this is the only set I've really looked into. So if you've got ideas on what I should look into, please let me know. And let me know your thoughts on the ideas that I just talked about in the structure decks. Now that I'm done talking for a bit, my mouth is dry as hell from all these words I've been spitting out. I'm going to get some water, and then we're going to hit the rank scene and tear some shit up with this new list. So I've ranked up all the way to gold 1, and I saved a lot of my cool replays. So let's go over the cooler ones real quick. Some of them might not have been like the most back and forth duels, but I usually saved all the rank up ones also. So during this duel, I was a silver 1. This guy was, I think it said silver 6, and this was a rank up for silver 2 if I win it. And I open triple Perfumer and a Cyber Harpy Lady, and my opponent's going first. So this game doesn't look like it's going to be the easiest of games for me. And it looks like he's playing Ubel, and he's also playing Nephthys in his Ubel. And so these cards seem to do similar things to the Fire King engine, where it's just ways to gain value by destroying your cards. So he gets to like destroy a Ubel to add a Nephthys card from his deck to his hand. So he's going to get to proc Ubel while generating advantage. But luckily, Ubel is not really a threat for my deck at all, because it cannot be, where is it at? It has protection. I forget what type of protection. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Take no battle damage. I thought it couldn't be destroyed by card effect also, but apparently not. But I have targeting removal, so it doesn't even matter. We can just return it right to hand with the synchro. So I just used a Hysteric Sign, searched an Egotist, grabbed a Feather Rest off of the Perfumer, and then we're going to use the Egotist, get a summon, make Cyber Slash, and then here he Cosmics my thing, and I just chain my Harpy, bounces guy. He sets one, summons one. He's going to put Terror Incarnate back, grab the other guy. And so, I don't know what this card does. It lets him destroy a card, so he's probably going to get to destroy that card in his hand, which he didn't even do. I don't actually know what this guy was really doing, but I summon a Perfumer, get an Egotist, activate Egotist, summon out a guy, make the Synchro. We're going to draw 2. And I'm not in a spot where I can attack him for game unless I draw an Extender, and I drew the Extender. So we're going to grab Egotist back, activate it, summon out, attack for game. He's got a trap. Doesn't matter. I don't even know why he flipped it. He might have been trying to bait me to accidentally bounce one of my guys. Like, I guess you can try to make your opponent misplay. Next, we got this replay. Let's see what this one is. Oh, fucking hell. I skipped it too quick and I didn't get to see what ranks I was. He was silver 1, though. I'm presuming I was silver 2, since that's the rank up I had just gotten. So if I win this, I should go up to silver 3. He's playing some warrior deck. And I open Queen, Perfumer, Regeki Break, Egotist. And I'm going first. So this hand's pretty lit. Perfumer grabs the Feather Rest, which I think might have been a misplay because I'm not going to have 3 engraved for it to be live. Oh, yeah, I will. Yeah, I will, because I can use Queen. So summon out the Cyber Slash, activate Queen, search field spell, activate Feather Rest, put 3 back, draw 2. Draw into Hysteric Sign and Perfumer. And Hysteric Sign is the perfect discard for Regeki Break, so that puts us in an even better situation here. He's going to activate Red Eye's search card, I forget its name, the Red Eye's Insight. Then he's going to Red Eye's Fusion, summoning out Red Eye's Slash Dragon, which is no problem for me. I got a bounce and a back row pop. So I'm going to Regeki Break, pop one of his back row, chain slash, put his monster back, and then end phase Hysteric Sign for 3. And his set card, I can't tell what it is, but I activate Hunting Ground. He's going to use Spirits to bring a guy back. Then Hysteric Sign, bounce his guy. We're going to just summon and attack for game at this point. Summon out, pop his field spell. Attack him for game. Win the duel. Duel Links is like pretty easy feeling sometimes. I'm sure it's going to get a lot more difficult as we ascend in rank, but currently, as you could tell, these duels don't feel very competitive yet. Also, like, I did prioritize a lot of auto dueling and getting gems so that I can get my Harpy deck to a decent spot. So now I feel like my deck is pretty consistent, and like its ceiling is just a lot higher than a lot of the decks I'm against. And I'm able to, now that I have 3 of each card, make my plays like almost every game. So it's kind of like hard to lose. In this duel, I opened double Oracle, field spell, Egotist, and I'm going first. His skill lets him start with an extra 1,000 life, which I wonder if that ends up mattering in the game. I played these games probably like 3, 4, maybe even 5 days ago, so I don't remember the outcome of any of them or what the opponent's playing off the top of my head. So I just summon Oracle, activate Oracle effect, and then use Egotist, summon out 3, or Harpy Lady 1. Make the Synchro, special out another Oracle, end phase effect, add Egotist back. Pass the turn to Joey. See what he's got. Activates the DDD Fusion spell. He's going to Fusion summon using Night Howl and another card I didn't see. Whatever this one is, Dragon King Pentagram. He Fusion summoned out... Oh, this is annoying. There we go. He fusioned out this guy. Now he's making a synchro. This deck is just kind of popping off. He summons an insane board. This guy's 6,000 attack. I don't even know what's buffing it. If 3 or more DDDs are on the field, this card gains 3,000 attack. That's kind of nuts. And so, yeah, this guy cleaned me. That was like insane how quick he decimated me. I definitely would have needed a trap card to have played around that. I don't think I could have made like a different board that played around it. I don't really have anything. If I had Steel Swarm Roach, if I had access to that card and if I would have somehow made it, well, I don't think I even had a way to make it. I would have had to opt not to make the Synchro, which I don't think I'd ever really do. But if I did, it could have put me in a better spot than I was in right there. So that guy definitely whooped my butt. And we got 2 more replays for you. Let's see what this one is. This time I'm not going to click too fast. I'm silver rank 5. He's silver rank 6. Should be a rank up match probably. Yep. I save the rank up matches or the matches that are like really good or where I want to watch their deck again. So I'm guessing that I want to start doing this right after playing the duels, not waiting days like I did this time. Because it feels more beneficial to me to come straight out of a duel and then watch the replay and learn about the deck that I just played against. And that's the main reason I want to like be looking over duels, because it helps me. I feel like I improve more as a duelist doing it that way. And in this opener though, I opened pretty like standard. I opened the channeler, or making the play where you draw to and end on the synchro, but I also have the Regeki break with a good card to discard being Hysteric Sign. So we're in a pretty decent position right here. This is like always how you want to start your games, is with the Pot of Greed combo and then a good back row set. He's playing the Synchron deck, which honestly I don't think this deck does that much. I think it's going to probably just die here to that Regeki break, and I'm going to get an end phase search 3. I hate not being able to like see what their cards are when I'm watching a replay. It probably should just show you everything like it does on Dueling Book, but whatever. Activate Hysteric Sign, bounces guy, summon a card, pop his back row, summon another card, set a card, and he's just going to scoop them up there. So we rank up from that one. And then my last replay, this is probably my rank up to gold, but I'm not sure, so we're about to find out. Yeah, silver rank 7 versus silver rank 7. Winner ranks up to gold, I'm going to assume. Oh, we lose the coin flip. Yep, winning you'll gain a rank. He doesn't gain a rank if he wins, though. But he wasn't going to win anyways. He's playing against me. Whoop, whoop. He's going first, and I kind of like going second with this deck, because if you go first, you kind of need to draw a trap card for it to be a good setup. Whereas going second, it's really easy to break boards, and then you're just like in a good spot from there. I don't know why he even flipped this. It does nothing, and I just normal summon, pop. And as you see my hand, I've got Egotist, and I'm going to get to search another Egotist. This is just game. Just activate Egotist, summon a card out. Am I not gonna? Why did I set one? Oh, I see. So I set the Hysteric Sign. Going to pop Hysteric Sign with the field spell. So just in case he doesn't die this turn, maybe he's got Sphere Kribo or something, I'm still most likely going to close the game on the following turn because I have a search for 3. Which is like absurd. A lot of the lists that I've seen on Duel Links meta don't play the Hysteric Sign, but in this budget build where like I don't have as many power cards as people like on there do, I feel like this card's kind of insane because when it resolves, I just win the game. But here you have me going up into gold rank, which is going to hopefully mean I'm going to have a lot better duel videos for the next episode. So real quick, I also want to look at the deck and then, oh, this isn't the character I use. After looking at the deck, I'm a dip and then probably start filming next episode for y'all, to be honest. Let's go up to my, don't look at Trap Harpy, that's some little sauce I'm working on. But this was the list towards the end of my plan. It's 2 Oracle, 3 Channeler, 3 Perfumer, 1 Queen, 2 targets for Elegant Egotist, 1 Field Spell, 1 Econ, 3 Hysteric Sign, 1 Feather Rest, 2 Egotist, 2 Regeki Break, 1 Windstorm. I also I teeter between like trying 3 of these and then like cutting it down to this. Like I kind of change my list a lot from duel to duel, but this is like the bread and butter. And then sometimes I add more Hysteric Signs. Sometimes I change other cards. But then the extra deck is triple of the Synchro. This Gigantic Castle is like in the hypothetical we take a level 1 tuner. And then the only XYZs I have. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you tune in soon for the next episode. And have a good one. Also, we just hit 100 subscribers. So that's kind of fucking huge for me. If you guys aren't already subscribed, please subscribe. And yeah, take it easy.